Does it
just
feel a
making
little
sure.
bit more relaxed since parts of it are taped and it's not like you have to show up and be there, you know?
Yes, I can't talk about it too much because we're now live. Okay. But I'm going to make you guys co-hosts. Don't do anything with it, but so that you can be up at the top of the screen. Okay.
I wouldn't know how or what to do with it anyway.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's easier, but there's all this editing we have to do, and there's all this, there's editing, there's making sure people have information. I still got to fundraise, and I'm not going to be able to do it there. We got music and figure it out. So, but it's good. Okay, I'm going to bring people in, but I am so thrilled we're doing this. This is so exciting.
And if you need anything, you please let us know. All right.
Yeah. Okay, here goes. Faust. Welcome to Kellerman's and Cole.
Mute us for me. Come here.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Thank you all for staying on mute. But I will say, Kurt, it's good to see your face. And Irene also. Hey, Nancy. There are the Abrams looking great just around the corner. Kellerman's, thank you, Laurie, but especially thank you, Steve, for your kindness and help. Hello, Amy. Hey, Ellen. Good to see you. And here comes Aaron and Robert. Hello to Jared and Cheryl, and the Mayer family, and the Meyer family, and the Trymans. And there is Nefesh Mountain. I'm not going to tell you all, but you see Mark, and I'm going to put Jill, your name on there too. Actually, I don't know how to do that. I can't redo your name, actually. Only you can because you're hosts.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Co-hosts. Okay. Here come Jonathan Miller and hello. Hey, Abby Gore and the Gorettes. How are you guys? Good to see you. Nice group coming in. I'm excited. Look, you had a choice between, and look, without assuming whose politics or whatever, but like many of us, people who watch both conventions, you have a choice between, Joe Biden or Nefesh Mountain. I don't know about you, but it was a hands down easy. I already figured out who I'm voting for anyways. So welcome. I'm thrilled you're all here. While we're gonna wait a couple of minutes while more people come in, but I wanna thank you all for being here with Congregation RME. We are all thrilled that you are joining us, right? Some of you will watch Joe after on YouTube after this. If you can't hear, then take a look at next to mute, that arrow up, and see where your sound is coming in. If you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, great. So want to just let you know a bunch of things happening at Congregation RME. Friday night, Cantor Doug and Rabbi Paul are back together again. It's the Doug and Paul show. We'll be singing some songs, praying some prayers, telling some stories. I might even tell you last week's story that you couldn't hear because I lost my internet, but worry not, I got a long cable going through all my house, so now I can plug in and get direct internet. Want to let you know that starting on Tuesday mornings at 9 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a 7-week Elul study. Elul is the month preceding the High Holy Days. It's a month of preparing for the High Holidays, Teshuvah, repentance, looking inward, and it continues through Simchat Torah. I'm using Rabbi Deborah Robbins' book, Opening Your Heart with Psalm 27. I'll be doing it at 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning. Rabbi Robbins will be doing it Wednesday from Texas at, well, 7 o'clock our time. Or maybe I'm doing it at 9:30. I can't remember. I think it's 9 o'clock. It's on the website. Tuesday night, The Village our own community for people 55 and older are doing a fantastic event on next Thursday when Rabbi Laura Geller and I will be in conversation on her new book. Nancy, what's the name of the book? I've got it. I'm reading it, but I can't remember.
Getting Good at Getting Older.
Getting Good at Getting Older. No one here is old, but as we get older, we want to do it well and with beauty and wonder. So thank you, Nancy, one of our leadership team of that. Also on, there's all sorts of other things going on. If you have not renewed your ORME partnership, please do so soon. ORME is going strong, and your help in letting our staff focus on what they need to will happen. The high holidays, they're still happening. Cantor Doug, are we doing them this year? There was a debate.
Well, I just need to get a little warmed up, and I guess so.
Okay, assuming he gets his voice back, Cantor Doug and I and an incredible team are going to produce a fantastic set of high holidays. They'll be on ormelive.com and Facebook Live. A couple of pieces will be on Zoom. It's going to be beautiful. Make sure you sign up for your High Holy Day Essentials bag. Our Hinenu Care and Community Committee with Susie Gruber is putting them together. There's 3 dates to pick them up at the synagogue. You'll get things that you're going to want to have and use for the high holy days. Please make sure that you are all muted during the whole concert because it allows us to hear Nefesh Mountain as opposed to ourselves. I sing a mean Kol Nidre, and I may be doing so this year.
Not gonna happen.
I just muted him. I'm now doing Kol Nidre. No?
Yeah, well, I have an unmute button, and I will tell you right now, I have the Rabbi Paul master mute button. So if he starts Kol Nidreing,
it's not going to be.
We're going to start a new temple. There'll be a breakaway.
So great. What happened with COVID with you? Synagogue fell apart.
I will break my COVID quarantine, Rabbi. Come over to your house and disconnect your internet if you start singing Kol Nidre.
Okay.
No, on a more serious note, it simply will not cancel all of the vows that we made in the previous year. It'll actually exacerbate them. And
I do not want that to happen. So, yeah. Cantor Doug, I want you to help me introduce Nefesh Mountain. I have some words I want to say. Do you want to go before me or after?
No, I'm going first because I absolutely love these guys. So, Donnie, do you remember when we first met? It was like at a Cage convention or at one of the biennials. You were doing children's music.
Yes.
I'm talking maybe, 15 years ago? I don't even remember when.
Something
it was.
Like that.
Yeah, well.
15.
So,
no, it's probably, 2008.
Yeah. And I absolutely fell in love with this woman and the way she captivated the audience and sang and danced, and it was just so fantastic. And then Eric came into her life and into the world of Jewish music, and the two of them have done something that is absolutely unique and so innovative. It gives me goosebumps every time I listen to them. I don't know whether you know this, but my very first musical gig was as a bass player in several bluegrass bands. And
I know that you have so many country tunes that we know.
Exactly. Yeah. So
you sing live and love them.
I toured around with Mason Williams and the Santa Fe Recital in 1972, and then with Jerry Jeff Walker, and then with John Denver playing bass.
Wow.
And even though I cannot play the rapid fire staccato bluegrass notes that the banjo and guitar and mandolin and fiddle do, I would just sit there and go boom, boom. I'd be the Neanderthal foundation. But bluegrass is in my soul, and every time you guys play, and Appalachian music as well. I just start vibrating. So thank you so much for sharing your music tonight with our community here. Absolutely adore you guys, Rabbi.
Wow.
You're
Thank you,
muted.
Cantor Doug.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So I got an email from Jill Shear who said, "Hey, I love Nefesh Mountain. They play incredible music. Let's bring them to the synagogue. I'll help make it happen." I'm like, duh, yeah. Told the cantor, he's like, "Oh my God." And that was just it. We made it happen. They made it happen, and Jill and Mark, and we are so appreciative of it. Why? Because Nefesh Mountain is where bluegrass, old time, and American roots music meet Jewish heritage and tradition. Creators, band leaders, and husband and wife team Donnie and Eric are the heart of this eclectic offering, pioneering a new world of American culture which seamlessly blends their deep love for American and Western musical forms with their own cultural background as Jewish Americans. The result of this unexpected and beautiful mix are composed arrangements of modern folk and bluegrass bands with songs of the heart and a sense of diversity, oneness, and purpose for our world today. Nefesh Mountain has been featured in the Rolling Stone, BBC World News, Billboard, Bluegrass Situation, No Depression, Bluegrass Today, Bluegrass Unlimited, The Times of Israel, Jerusalem Post, and Tablet Magazine, among others. They were honored to be official showcase artists at the Folk Alliance International this year in New Orleans. Such a privilege to share their music and story with so many amazing and like-minded artists in the roots music community. They have been called, catch this, a highly effective blend of two spheres. Only rarely have we heard a prominent Jewish counterpoint to the gospel music, as well as the sound of Appalachia and the soul of Judaism. Congregation Or Ami, Facebook world, YouTube world, it is our privilege, with the help of Jill and Mark Shear, Cantor Doug Kotler and I, to present to you one of our favorite groups ever, Nefesh Mountain. Take it away.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That is the best Zoom intros anyone could ever ask for. The best intros, period.
We're beside ourselves.
Both you guys,
Thank
thank
you.
you. And Doug, the kind words both of you are coming from you guys. It means so much. Because this is happening in real time, and this is going to be a very real concert. I just want to share with you. We're right outside of New York. It's 10 o'clock. It's been a long day of slow nothing, of like COVID, just working, very quiet. And then we log on and we see all of your smiling faces, and we see you, Doug, and Rabbi Paul, and like it's kind of blowing my mind to like that we still live in a society with love and with people and with a world, and these concerts have meant the absolute world to us, and we're just so glad. I'm glad that I'm sitting here in front of this stupid computer, but I get to see you guys, and we love you. Thank you for being here with us.
Love you so much.
We'll talk more, but how about a little medley to start?
As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall follow Miriam's path? Oh Lord, show me the way. Oh sisters, let's go down. Let's go down, come on down. Oh sisters, let's go down. Down in the river to pray. As I surrounded by the trees. So I'll take this heavy heart, it's there I'll set it free.
Thank you, friends. It's such a pleasure to be here. The song that we just started with the beginning was an old time song that many of you may have recognized. We just changed some words around a little bit. And then we went right into a brand new song that's going to be coming up on our next album, and it's called Wide Open Air. And it's actually inspired by Reb Nachman's teaching that we should go outside every day alone for a moment and have a moment with yourself and with the divine, beautiful world that we live in. And I feel right now, I just feel so grateful for that reminder, because if you're anything like me, this whole thing that's happening in the world is so much. And some days are fine and almost I can be a little grateful even, and then some days are just not fine, and it's like day to day, at least for me. And if I can remember every day to go outside and just look at the sky or lay in the grass and just have this moment, it just somehow it makes me feel safer and like better and just more grounded. So I don't know, I'm really grateful for Reb Nachman and that teaching right now and during all this craziness.
Totally.
But let's do another song.
Okay, another song. Here's a more traditional sounding bluegrass tune that we wrote. The last one was more kind of old timey, the clawhammer banjo stuff. But here's one on guitar, and this is one that we wrote called "A Mighty Roar," and just like the last song, which is kind of mostly English, half and half in parts. But this song has some Hebrew in the bridge, and the Hebrew is based on the text. It is the text. Yismachu hashemayim vetagel haaretz yiram hayam umalao. And let the skies rejoice, the loose translation, let the earth like bound and dance, and let the oceans roar. And Donnie and I were so drawn to this particular psalm, and so many of the psalms that were huge hippies, if you haven't guessed by my scarf and long hair, and my Jerry Garcia looking face.
Much cuter, much cuter,
Okay.
much cuter.
But that we love nature, and a lot of our songs are about nature. This song is one of them. And but we were looking at this, and we decided to write a song. Well, we were inspired, but the road we took with it was we were thinking about these gigantic parts of nature, like these oceans roaring and the earth dancing. And although it's a joyous song, sometimes we are small, we feel at least like small human beings in the midst, like Donnie was saying, in these pandemic times of we're out of control, and we have this, we're grieving. And this song is about, even though sometimes we feel small in relation to the natural forces around us, there's so many silver linings, and we are put on this road for a reason. So let's find that reason and just kind of howl at the moon. So here's one called A Mighty Roar. Hope you guys enjoy.
Let the skies rejoice and sing a new song, and the earth dance with glee. Let the oceans give a mighty roar, so their waves will echo through the trees. So their waves will echo through the trees. We're all given times of grief and woe, and times to hum a somber tune. But right now, just sing out, trust and let go, and raise your voice up to the moon. Let the skies rejoice and sing a new song, and the earth dance with glee. Let the oceans give a mighty roar, so their waves will echo through the trees. So their waves will echo through the trees. given roads that are free and clear, and roads that may reach dead ends. But right now, you're just on the one that brought you here. So embrace whatever is round the bend. Let the skies rejoice and sing a new song, and the earth dance with glee. Let the oceans give a mighty roar. So their waves will echo through the trees. So their waves will echo through the trees. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו ותגל הארץ, ירם הים מלאו.
ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו ותגל הארץ, ירם הים מלאו.
ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו ותגל הארץ, ירם הים מלאו. Let the skies rejoice and sing a new song, and the earth dance with glee. Let the oceans give a mighty roar. So their waves will echo through the trees. Their waves will echo through the trees.
Thank you guys.
Oh my gosh, it's so
That was
nice
a
to.
rambunctious version of that
Yeah, I
one.
know.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see like sort of clapping. It's like we were joking about this, like, because we're really looking at all of you. We're just taking it in that we have friends with us right now to share music with. It's just, what are we doing now? Oh,
By the way, we've been really enjoying these Zoom concerts and kind of offering up a chance for if anybody has any questions for us when we come to communities and hopefully we get a chance to do residencies or see you guys for Shabbat and a concert or a workshop. We have a chance to talk, hang out, at least have an oneg together and just be able to chill. So if anyone has any questions and you'd like to put them in the chat,
please do.
or if Cantor and Rabbi, if you guys have anything to add, this doesn't need to be a one-way street. We wanted to just open this up. We've got tons of music, but if anyone has anything they'd love to ask or add,
Please
feel
do,
free.
please do. Because it's actually happening right now, which is completely insane. But it is. Like, we're all here right now. So please, like, let's have an experience together. Okay. So
let's do another
and
one here.
if there is a question in the chat, I would ask Doug or Rabbi to just interrupt us in between and just read it. Because I honestly can't see a word. I can't see a thing without my glasses on. So can you tell us what's going on? No idea. I mean, I see faces, but I can't read. Okay. So this next song, want to just sing it?
We can just sing it.
Yeah, we'll sing. Okay. If you know the words to this next song, please join us.
Another little medley, an old gospel tune, which kind of belongs to us too, and one of ours.
toil or danger. In this bright world to which I go, I'm going home to see my mother. I'm going home, no more to roam. I'm just crossing over Jordan, going back. I'm going I left my eyes to the mountains. I left my eyes to the mountains. I left my eyes to the mountains. And where does my help? Where does my help? Where does my help come from? I left my eyes to the mountains. I left my eyes to the mountains. I left my eyes to the mountains. And where does my help? Where does my help? Where does my help come from? Oh, say night, oh hey, hurry, may I in your voice ring? Oh, say night, oh hey, hurry, may I in your voice ring? I left my eyes to the mountains. Sing with us. I left my eyes to the mountains. I left my eyes to the mountains. And where does my help? Where does my help? Where does my help come from? My help will come from the mountains. My help will come from the mountains. My help will come from the mountains. Where's my help? That's where my help. That's where my help comes from.
Okay, a couple of questions.
Cool.
All right, cool. First question is where's Banjo and how's he doing?
Banjo's right. He's right here. He's
Banjo
got
is so famous.
Yeah, Banjo the
Banjo,
dog. We're talking
knows
about Banjo the dog.
Yeah, Banjo's right here. He's got a haircut, so he looks a little.
He looks very different and very. We thought he was bigger than he is because he
Yeah.
got basically everything. Like he got a major haircut.
That's good.
Very thin, and I don't want him to feel self-conscious. But he's
No,
like,
that's fine. But he's much cooler. We call it the summer buzz.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
summer buzz cut. Okay, I have a couple questions, and then we'll do some more music.
Well, he's right here. He heard his name.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's so cute. He is. He's half the size he used to be. Oh
He's
my
very
God.
much. Don't make him feel self-conscious. He's
Okay.
very.
But you know what?
He
He's very
looks
comfortable.
great. You look
Yeah,
great.
you look good, buddy. You look
Good
good.
boy.
He
Yeah.
looks good. He looks good. Okay.
He needs to grow into it a little bit.
He'll
Okay.
grow into it.
All right.
Okay.
Next question, Eric. You studied jazz. You're a jazzer. When did you become a bluegrass Appalachian guy?
My whole playing career, I've loved bluegrass and always practiced bluegrass. In fact, I was in the practice rooms of my college, supposed to be transcribing Charlie Parker solos, but I was really playing Blackberry Blossom.
Yeah.
And then someone would walk by and I would, play giant steps or something. But it all kind of relates, and I think that my love of jazz has influenced a lot of the modern bluegrassers, like guys like Bela Fleck and
Oh yeah.
Chris Thile. So the kind of new school of bluegrass is very jazz influenced. So for me, that was a huge.
Do you guys do any jazz tunes now together, or are you trying to strictly stay inside of the West Virginia area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're just staying to our area, our made up place of Nefesh Mountain.
Whatever feels right.
But-
That's what we play.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
still practice a lot of jazz, and our band, for those of you who maybe don't know, we have a 5-piece band who all live in Brooklyn. So upright bass and fiddle and mandolin, and they're all also jazz guys. So when we all geek out over jazz stuff still, but yeah, we really, our hearts, over the years I realized that bluegrass music is what was as close to getting to my soul and to making me feel alive and like I'm part of this world in a beautiful way. And jazz does that too, but bluegrass, and somehow we both fell in love with each other and bluegrass even more so at the time, and it all just kind of made sense for us. So we're just kind of following our hearts.
Perfect segue. I have two more questions, and then we'll get to some more music. Perfect segue. How did you two meet?
You want me to
Go
answer
ahead.
that one?
Yeah.
Oh, so
understand.
Eric and I met playing music, and we met playing music, and for a couple years we were just knew each other through music, and then we fell in love, and that's how this Nefesh Mountain is a product of literally us falling in love and making this music, and we're really, really grateful that this is our life, and it's not always easy, and we're in a crazy time now, especially, but the fact that we get to make this music together and be on this adventure together and do something that feels so right and so honest is like such a blessing.
Well, you led me perfectly into my last question of this segment, which is who fell in love first?
That might have been me. I think it was me. Right?
I don't
think
know.
it was probably this at the same time, but there's a fateful. What's the
But share it.
Bashert? Well, yeah. I mean, there's a meal that we had years back.
Oh, I know.
Over it was Chinese food,
Chinese takeout.
and I can eat a lot of food, and she knows this, and she knew this back then, but I say this because I wasn't touching my food. I was literally so in love that I was sick, like my stomach was hurting, and I just was kind of staring at this plate of, lo mein, and
Yeah, you were not staring at the lo mein. I know it's a euphemism. I get it.
I actually
I get
was
it.
staring at the lo mein, and
Oh, okay.
and I was sad, and she was like, "What's the matter?" And I was like, "I love you," and then, that's. And then that was when
that was
the sky fell apart and our whole world's changed. But yeah.
Well, let the skies rejoice. That's how you began the concert, indeed. Okay, some more music, and there'll be some more questions coming in.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Doug.
So we're gonna sing. We're gonna play a new song, a brand new song. It's a love song, but it's also a love song, kind of a call out to the universe kind of love song. It's weird. We wrote it before the pandemic. We wrote it before any of this stuff was even remotely on our mind. And the song, oddly, is about coming together, even if we're not actually together. And it's about looking into each other's eyes, which I'm doing right now with all of you, which is so cool and crazy, and I hope you can see mine. And looking into each other's eyes, hi everyone. And even if we don't agree, because nobody's agreeing with anybody right now, it's like we have to just be here together, and we have to just sort of look into each other's eyes and acknowledge each other and coexist on this mountain, this planet, this earth together. And so the song is about that. It's being somewhere on this mountain together. And we hope you enjoy it.
Sing with us.
When we met down in the foothills and cast our wishes in the well, I asked for nothing but these endless numbered days. And now I can't see my reflection, and at times can barely tell if it's the river or just me being swept away.
Well, I remember in the clearing, laying backwards in the grass, and with the soft touch of twilight setting in. And now I'm all too often running through these days that quickly pass, and can't tell if it's me that's moving or just the wind. When I see myself through the mirror of your eyes and hear the canyons in your voice, well, I can feel all the versions of myself coincide. It's all my scattered pieces are rejoined. So I don't mind the days I'm on the uphill climb, when I'm lost among the mist and the trees, or when I lie awake under a lonesome sky. If you're somewhere on this mountain with me, somewhere on this mountain with me.
Oh, it's always such a battle to be so many things at once, to look ahead and also back to where I've been. Sure, I can put myself together, but I can also come undone. I either give it all I got or just give in. But when I see myself through the mirror of your eyes and hear the canyons in your voice, I can feel all the versions of myself coincide, as all my scattered pieces are joined. So I don't mind the days I'm on the uphill climb, when I'm lost among the mist and the trees, or when I lie awake under a lonesome sky. If you're somewhere on this mountain with me, somewhere on this mountain with me.
Well, I guess it's in my nature to push myself up to a place where it's beautiful, but the air is far too thin. And since my good intentions can so often be misplaced, well, I just wind up off this trail yet again. But when I see myself through the mirror of your eyes and hear the canyons in your voice, well, I can feel all the versions of myself coincide, as all my scattered pieces are joined. So I don't mind the days along the earth and climb when I'm lost among the mist and the trees. But when I lie awake under a lonesome sky, if you're somewhere on this mountain with me,
Somewhere on this mountain with me. Somewhere on this mountain with me. Ooh. Thanks, friends. Should we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So, did we have any questions or should we keep singing? Keep going?
Let's do another one here.
Yeah, do another one.
Another one.
I have a couple questions already. People have sent in, and do two more tunes, and then we'll learn. I'll ask you some questions.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Okay, so do you want to tell them about this one?
Yeah. As soon as let's see, our daughter's birthday, Millie's birthday was March 11th, and the next day was when the whole thing shut down. At least here, I'm not sure. Everywhere was a little bit different, but so March 12th, and then that week, that first weekend of the lockdown, we had never done anything like this, but we did a Facebook Live show, and we started this series kind of totally accidentally called Songs of Love and Healing, and it kind of forced us in a really cool way. I always wanted to do something like this where we were exploring cover songs and kind of doing things that we didn't normally do in concerts, and we wanted to bring one of those songs to you guys tonight, and it's a cover that my mommy used to sing to me as a wee lad. It's not an Irish tune. I don't know why I said that, but it's actually a Jewish song. It's It's based on an old Yiddish folktale, and I love this song. And we worked up kind of a new version for us, and we hope you enjoy it. But I think you're all going to know the song, and hopefully it brings back some nice nostalgic parts of your.
I love singing this song right now
childhood or-
during the pandemic because it just makes me feel, I don't know, it just brings me back. And we hadn't sung this song, and I feel like I hadn't thought of this song in 20 years. So we're offering it tonight as something that might warm your heart if you remember this song. And please, again, sing along. Remember, we're singing along. We're singing to a screen, so we really want you to sing with us. So we're not the only ones doing that, okay? And plus, you're muted, so it's fine. Just sing whatever you want. It's all good. Just join in. All right, this is a song for you.
Part of what I love about what we are so lucky to do in our band is explore the many realms of Judaism, and that goes from the spiritual to the religious, and also the cultural. And this is one of those. So this brings me over to Eastern Europe, and let's go there.
On a wagon bound for market, there's a cab with a mournful eye. High above him there's a swallow winging swiftly through the sky. How the winds are laughing, they laugh with all their might. Laugh and laugh the whole day through and half the summer's night. Dona, 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 do. Dona, 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 do. Stop complaining, said the farmer who told you a calf to be. Why don't you have wings to fly with, like the swallow so proud and free? and laugh the whole day through and have the summer's night. Dona, 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 dona. Dona, 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 dona. Dona, 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 dona. Dona, 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 dona. Calves are easily bound and slaughtered, never knowing the reason why. But whoever treasures freedom, like the swallow, has learned to fly. How the winds are laughing, they laugh with all their mind. Laugh and laugh the whole day through and have the summer's night. Dona, 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 dona. 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 Raise your hand if you knew that song, if you know that one. Yeah. Raise your hand if it reminds you of a time or a person, or really you have a memory affiliated with that song.
Cool.
Maybe camp.
Yeah.
We're gonna teach them a song.
Yeah.
Will
Let
you
me
sing
tune
with
this
us
up.
for this next song?
Absolutely. While you're tuning, we actually had a question about your two banjos that you're playing tonight, Eric.
Oh, cool.
So the question was, explain a little bit that you are using two banjos. I assume one is for claw hammer, one's for finger picking. So explain a little bit about those two styles of banjo playing, and why you need to use two different banjos for that.
Well, Donnie knows I love this
Oh
question.
my gosh, you guys, I don't know. This is you really.
Thank
Well,
you.
we're getting into it.
It's not that
No,
long,
it's
but this is an open back banjo, so you can see
There you
there's
go.
no resonance. You can see right through. I have a little
Muffler.
actually, this little technique. Pete Seeger used to do this. Just put some foam in because it mutes it, just makes it sound kind of pretty. But this is an open back banjo, and you play clawhammer style mostly on this, old time or frailing, and
So
kind of-
just demonstrate what you mean by claw hammer. It's also known as
You
frailing.
can see his hands. You can see everything. You can see.
Yeah,
his-
yeah, it's really great. And
Okay, good.
this style of banjo is normally used for old timey playing. You used that phrase earlier, Appalachian style, and it's also more associated with good old boys with a mason jar of liquor on the back porch and a rocking chair.
yeah.
So demonstrate what you mean by frailing and claw hammer.
Here's a little like So contrary to any other kind of plectrum, I'm actually hammering on with my nails. It's a very crude way of playing. But the really interesting thing for me is that this is kind of the most basic banjo playing that started in this country, but it came from the banjo came from Africa, and that exact style was basically how they had like a gut string gourd banjo was kind of the where they would actually use an animal skin and tie it around and tape it off, and they would tune the head, and it would be this really cool sound. It's very, I don't know the right word. It's not primitive, but it's very like primal almost. Just beautiful sound of, it's like wood and strings, and that's it, wood and wire. So the clawhammer sound is to me well, since Donnie's doing the raise your hand thing, raise your hand. Does it resonate with you? This kind of like very guttural sound. To me, it does. And Donnie and I stumbled backwards into pairing it with Hebrew, and we've realized that it's really kind of this. There's this ancient thing that happens that just really sounds beautiful. So we love playing clawhammer style. And I'm taking a long time with this question. Sorry, but
No, it's okay, because I think people need to know about this.
Yeah, this banjo is a real bluegrass style. It's a closed back. That's a resonator on the back
Yep.
of the banjo, and
Makes it really loud.
This is made by. We're really lucky to be sponsored by this company, Deering Banjos, and I mentioned it to you guys because they're not all that far. They're down in San Diego, and they're a wonderful family who's been supporting us, and this is a really cool banjo. So that you play more like bluegrassy with the finger picks and the stuff we did with Essa Ainai and yeah.
But we fell in love so much with the style of this music, and there were, and much of the music was Christian and gospel music.
Yeah.
And that's great. But as a Jewish woman and an artist who wants to be honest and authentic and express who I am in this world, I'm not going to sing songs that aren't in my heart. And so that's sort of how it all kind of felt like we wanted that.
So like,
some Hebrew.
just for example, like a clawhammer style old timey kind of song that you guys might know would be something like, one bright morning when this life is over, I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Sing it. I'll fly away, oh glory. But there's something so profoundly American and beautiful about that song that we love, and that's like the banjo and the melody, and those things have nothing to do with religion or culture. That's just like there.
Humanity.
Yeah. So that's where we kind of, make the crossing.
Awesome. Thank you for explaining that. And I'll let you guys go. Two other things. We had a request, if it's possible tonight, for you to do Narrow Bridge and/or Oseh Shalom, if that's possible. And then for any of our audience tonight, I have posted in the chat room a URL where after the concert, if you want to go hear Joe Biden, it's being recorded on DNC, the demconvention.com. It's recorded there. You can go there, anytime tonight and hear his speech. But this is way more novel as far as I'm concerned. Even though it's very important for us to go and vote, this is unique.
Everybody vote.
Yeah, awesome. All right, let's all sing one together. We know that Zoom doesn't work that way, but you're muted. Don't worry about how it sounds. Just please sing with us. This is a song that we do a lot, and we do it at camps.
We love this song.
And it's one for all ages, and it's actually one. Speaking of kind of the music history a little bit, Alan Lomax found this song in the Caribbean, and he was this great ethnomusicologist. Is my brain on? Mm-hmm. Did I say that correctly? Mm-hmm. And he found this song in the Caribbean. It's a great kind of cross-cultural, simple song. So repeat after me. Here's how it goes.
And you guys sing with me.
I want to hear somebody pray.
Ready?
I'll try that.
I want to hear somebody pray.
Oh, I want to hear somebody pray.
I want to hear somebody pray.
Oh, down in the valley and over yonder.
Ready? Down in the valley and over yonder.
I want to hear somebody pray.
I want to hear somebody pray. That's the whole song. All right, sing along, friends. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to hear somebody pray.
I'll do this one. I want to hear somebody pray, and I want to hear somebody pray down in our valleys and over yonder. I want to hear all of you pray. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody I want to hear somebody sing now. I want to hear somebody sing. I want to hear somebody sing down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody sing. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody
Just our voices. Just our voices.
I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody pray. So, friends, I'm just going to take a minute and just say that I'm really happy to be with you all right now. And if anybody has someone in their life who is sick, or if you know somebody who really is in trouble and you want us to all pray and like pour love on them, let's like say their names out loud, and maybe you can put their name in the chat if you want us to just all just really pray together for some healing. And so for anyone who's sick or lost a loved one, or maybe somebody who's feeling very alone in all of this, somebody who is feeling like they are being treated unfairly just for who they are in the world right now, someone who is in financial trouble and scared right now, let's just like put love on everybody we know that needs it, and to each other. And I know I need it, so I want to give it to you, and I hope that we can all feel it, because it's there. The love is there, I know. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear love you guys.
Yeah.
This is a crazy moment. Hopefully someday we'll get to come visit you in person and give you all hugs but I know that this weird moment that we're in right now, we're all in it in our own homes. I know that like we're going through something together, and I really am. I'm taking in every minute of it that we're here together right now. Doug, looking at you, and this is a moment we're in. This is our life, all of us, and just really grateful.
Donnie, can you tell us what you and Eric have planned for High Holidays? I know you guys are doing some tunes that you're sharing.
Yes,
some videos, right?
Yeah, we decided that because we were getting every conversation I've been having was with another clergy member who's like flipping out because everybody's got to do virtual High Holidays, which is crazy, and suddenly clergy have to be TV producers, and it's like this whole other thing. But a number of people had asked us.
Hold it right there and continue your story. And Rabbi, can you just give us the face of the rabbi of the clergy freaking out? Yeah, that's it. There you go. That's exactly what's been going on. So you've nailed that exactly, Donnie. All right, go continue your story. Sorry for interrupting.
No. And so we had been having a lot of conversations with people and asking us how Nefesh Mountain could be involved, and we want to be involved, and we would love to be in a million places at once. And so Eric and I just decided, like, okay, let's produce the series of videos that could be used throughout the High Holidays, and have them as like supplemental little moments throughout the High Holiday service. So we have this series that we produced.
Yeah.
And it was our way to be in a lot of places and connect with a lot of people at once somehow, and make it feel like we were having a high holiday with you guys. So
cool. Thank you. Couple more tunes.
Got a couple more, and these are the tearjerker ones of the bunch. But this is what we're going to share with you our version of Le Dorvador, and it's called On and On. And I began writing the beginning of this song. I kind of had this melody in my head, and it came to me right after my grandfather had passed, and this was a number of years ago. And in that same year and a half, I had another grandmother and grandfather pass on my father's side, and Donnie lost two grandparents. So we were both just, it was one of those years, and one of those reminders that nobody is immune, nobody is can kind of waltz through life unafflicted. And we basically just fell into this song, and this is the song that came out of the grief. And it was a reminder at that time. My grandfather actually went to Juilliard, the one who I wrote this song specifically for. He went to Juilliard, and he played violin in Juilliard, and piano. He was a double major, and he actually quit before I was born. He quit music altogether, and he became an accountant. But there's this music and this love in my family and in the tradition, and I think we just I know there's something about all of that just when things happen like COVID, and many of us are going through very personal things right now, it is a gift to be reminded of the important things, and that is, I'm not saying anything that you don't know, and this song is about that. It's about the important things. It's about each other, our long links in the chain, and the love that we share. So hope you enjoy it. This one's Le Dorvador.
There is a past in every portrait. There is a truth in every tale. And all the days that came before us, there is the wind upon our sail.
There is a forest in every father as he stands amidst the wild. There is a mountain in every mother, her sturdy force of heart and mind. Adore the the light in us shines on and on. Adore the time may pass, but it's never gone.
It's never gone.
There is no story without a sadness, and not a life without love. As we look back to the days that have passed us, we hold on to the lights above. There is a dream
There is a dream
in all the daughters. There is a song
There's a song
in all the sons, and everyone's as pure as water.
water and
As a home from which they come. The door of light in us shines on and on. The door of time may pass, but it's never gone.
Oh, it's never gone.
Lie, 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 The light in us shines on and on. The door nagi good lecha. The time may pass, but it's never gone.
It's never gone.
The light in us shines on. The light in us shines on. The light in us shines on. Shines on. On and on.
So we've got one more. Thank you, everybody. Well, we're going to squeeze two into one. How's that sound?
And the good news is you don't have to go anywhere. You can just like go out and then just go right into your bedrooms. You're all home, which is crazy.
Why
So
don't you
crazy.
tell them about the surprise?
So first of all, Jill and Mark, thank you so much. We just my heart.
Thank you.
Thank you. What a joy and how grateful we are to all of you. And so to thank you, and to sort of leave something with you, we wanted to offer you a little present, because things are so hard for everybody. Like all we have right now is our music. That's all we got. And so we wanted to offer you a little present of a digital download of our last album, Beneath the Open Sky, a little free digital download of our album. And I'm going to tell you a link, a secret link. Okay, so write this down and don't share it because it's like just a private secret download link. It is.
I tell you what, I will write it down.
Okay.
And then I'll put it in the chat, but everybody else, you write it down if you choose.
Okay, so it's just nefeshmountain.com/open sky album. And you will get to a page that will basically just have an album for you as a present. Did it work?
I don't know if they tried it yet.
I haven't tried it. I'm just gonna type it in for everybody. That's www.nefeshmountain / and then 3 words open sky album.
Yeah, nefeshmountain.com/
.com. I didn't put the .com.
nefeshmountain.com/
Thank you. Good.
open sky album.
I'm gonna type that in the chat for everybody, and you can.
And that's just our way of saying thank you, we love you, and a lot of the songs that we did tonight are on that album, so it's our way of just kind of hugging you with our music. So before we do the last song, does anybody have any last questions or anything before we say goodbye to each other, which is so hard?
It is always hard.
Rabbi?
Yes.
Wait, you're
I'm so loving this music. Am I muted?
No, you're good.
Can you hear me?
good.
We can hear you great.
Okay. I am loving your music, and it's great. And of the many things we're doing to pay it all forward during this time of COVID is to support those people and institutions and organizations, businesses and musicians who have served us so well through the years, who have uplifted us, that are still uplifting us. And so if we want to get some more of your albums or buy some of your stuff, both for our own enjoyment and to support great Jewish music during this really tough time, how do we do that?
Oh.
That's so sweet. That's awesome. Yeah, the once you're on the website, just click on Nefesh, the title of the page, and it'll bring you home to the homepage. And there's also a store on there, so you can download our music from the store as well if you want to buy our first album, just self-titled Nefesh Mountain. We also have an album that's not released on Spotify or Apple Music or iTunes or any of those Amazon that PJ Library commissioned us to put together, which is a compilation, but there's other material that is unreleased on that record, and you can buy that from our website. That compilation is called Songs from the Mountain. And actually, we did Down in the River to Pray on there, and a gospel tune called Open Up the Window, Noah, a lullaby that we wrote for children years ago, Lila Tov Lullaby. So it was a fun, extra little kind of bonus Nefesh Mountain thing. And we have I'll just mention that we're doing new songs tonight. This next one is actually another brand new one. We don't know when our new album's coming out, but it's going to be called Songs for the Sparrows. And we're excited about this release. And so stay in touch with us. We'd love to.
That's what the most important. Stay connected to us and be our new friends. And
actually, are there any bluegrass fans? I'm looking at all the Brady Bunch boxes. We know you guys are.
Yeah.
Well, on our records, we were lucky enough to record all this stuff down in Nashville and to become friends with the musicians who we. Like I basically cherry picked the band that my dream band.
They were his heroes.
And I just picked, and I had met them throughout the years, and they agreed to do the first one, and they've been on all the records, and my heroes who are not Jewish guys, that are just like the bluegrass titans of the universe, guys like Sam Bush and Jerry Douglas, and Tony Trischka and David Greer, and these are like, picking monsters and guys who have really helped define the genre of modern bluegrass, helped us make this. And I say that to you is because they not only were gracious to become like uncles to us and put us under their wing, but they really wanted to know about this music, which is not only ours, it's ours. it's Hine Matov and Lador Vador, and these guys are playing on this stuff, and now they have a relationship to this Jewish culture, which they didn't have before. Some of them didn't have before.
You should have seen. So we were doing. My favorite moment was when, and if anybody knows Jerry Douglas, I mean, he is the greatest dobro player. I mean, he's like a soulful, wonderful person. Anyway, we're doing Lador Vador. Eric obviously had shared with you the history of writing that song. It was an emotional time about his grandfather, blah, blah. And then we're in the studio, and all of his heroes, you can imagine I'm his wife, and I'm part of it, but I'm also just watching this, and all of his heroes are in the studio playing Lador Vador, and Jerry Douglas is playing, and Eric just starts bawling. Is it okay that I'm telling everybody?
Yeah.
He just starts crying, and then I start crying, and it was just unbelievable to get that kind of to have that moment in life, really. But we felt so proud, and I'm not saying this to show off. I'm saying it like I'm so proud that we got to share our Lador Vador with those guys. And Sam thinks I'm a rabbi. One of them thinks I'm a rabbi because every time we're in the studio together, he's like, "So Donnie, what does this mean?" And I got to pretend like I'm not. I keep telling him I'm not a rabbi, but it's like I don't know why they think I am. But anyway. We're just grateful that we get to do this, and share with them and you and
that Lador Vador is on that free download.
Oh yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah, that whole record, that's our last record. So hope you guys enjoy it. And here's a little medley to send us home. We're already home, most of us, so to keep us where we are. This is again the first one's another brand new one. This one's called Where Oh Where, and you requested Oseh Shalom, so we're going to close with Oseh Shalom as well. So please sing along with that. Where oh where Oseh Shalom.
Wait, you're not going to tell them quickly?
Should I tell them?
Quickly.
I feel like I'm talking too much.
You are, but just tell them.
Okay. So speaking of the studio,
it's Doug's fault though.
this recording of this next song, this is one that if you notice in Lador Vador, there's a little bit of like a Celtic influence, and that has made its way deeply in the American tradition. The fiddle tunes, a lot of the American fiddle tunes are the same as the Irish tunes, so there's a lot of crossover. And we just love Celtic music, and we actually hired another new, really best buddy of ours, John Doyle, who's the guitarist and bouzouki and singer player in a great Irish band called Solace. And he lives here stateside. He drove over to Nashville from Asheville to record this with us, and he's an amazing Irish talent. And the reason I'm telling you this, in the middle of the song, this one that we wrote is nigun, and it's a wordless chorus, so there's a yidadai. And John Doyle's like, hey, I love the chorus. He's like, we have the same thing. In the Celtic world, it's just called lilting. If you're going to lilt a tune, by the way, in Ireland, it's tune, C-H-U-N-E, tune, lilt a tune. So if you're going to, like, if you're playing a fiddle tune and you're kind of singing it to the another fiddle player or a pipes player or something, like a lark in the morning, you would sing, so the syllables are almost like yidadai. They're just maybe lidle-die or didle-die. Anyway, we co-wrote these lyrics of this nigun with John Doyle, these syllables. So it's really like kind of a half Yiddish, half Jewish, half Irish. There's too many halves in that, I think. But
we're not good at math, whatever.
So anyway, this is how it goes. Time for me to be quiet.
So we would like you to sing this very special nigun lilt with us.
Yes.
And here's how it goes. And thank you again. Thank you.
It goes like this. Perfect. Here we go.
Where are the sweetest songs of Miriam and her daughters? They were sung beside the seas and tides, so still must be out on the waters, still on the waters. Where, oh, where is the wisdom sought by the many before us? She was there inside the tree of life, so still must reside in the forest, still in the forest. Yaddy-di, di-di-dum-di, di-dum-di, di-dum-di, daddy-di, di-di-dum-di, di-dum-di, di-dum-di. Where, oh, where is the innocence from our first days in Eden? They used to rest their heads on the flower beds, so still must be there in the gardens, still in the gardens. Yaddy-di, di-di-dum-di, di-dum-di, di-dum-di, daddy-di, di-di-dum-di, di-dum-di, di-dum-di, daddy-di, di-di-dum-di, di-dum-di, da-dum-di, daddy-di, di-di-dum-di, di-dum-di, da-dum-di. Where, oh, where's our forgiveness from the age of the flood so long ago? Well, under all the rain, the earth remained, so it's still in the fields and the meadows, in the fields and the meadows. Yaddy-di-di-di-dum-di, di-dum-di, di-dum-di, daddy-di-di-di-dum-di, di-dum-di, di-dum-di. Where, oh, where's our compassion? Is it somewhere we can discover? It's never too far, it's right where you are. It's always been in the arms of each other. Shalom Bimroma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu. Ose Shalom Bimroma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu. Sing with us. Ose Shalom Bimroma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu. Ose Shalom Bimroma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu. Ve'ako Yisrael, Ve'ako Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'ako Yisrael Ve'yimeru. Amen. Sing along with us. Ose Shalom Bimroma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu. Ose Shalom Bimroma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu. Ve'ako Yisrael, Ve'ako Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'ako Yisrael Ve'yimeru. Amen. Huya ase shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimroma. Huya ase shalom aleinu. Be'ako Yisrael. Be'ako Yoshei Tevel. Whoa. Be'ako Yisrael Be'imenu. Amen. Yadadai, yadadai, dai, dai, dai. Yadadai, dai, dai. Yadadai, dai, 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 dai. Ose shalom. Ose shalom bimroma. Huya ase shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimroma. Huya ase shalom aleinu.
Well, I don't know. I'm speaking for everybody on here tonight. Just like Donnie's hair, we got hung up on your guitar playing, your music. This whole evening has been fantastic. I want to say something to all of us, to the congregation who's here tonight. I hope you realize how historically important these two people are. You know, we've lived a lot of places. Jews have lived a lot of places. Every single piece of Jewish music that exists had to have been written by someone in some place at some time. And whether that was 200 years ago in Poland or, you know, in 500 years ago in Spain, or in all the different places Jews have lived, if we're going to be a viable people in this place and at this time, we have to do exactly what Eric and Donnie are doing. We have to incorporate the place and the time in which we live into our Jewishness, and in a very unique and beautiful and spiritual way. They are really trailblazers. I'm so pleased to know you and to share this journey with you. So thank you for innovative, beautiful, soulful music from the mountain, Nefesh Mountain. Thank you.
That means the world. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much.
You're gonna have about 40 album downloads in about 6 minutes.
Please
Great.
do. We just
Please.
want you to have the music. That's awesome.
And
Everyone
thank
needs to
you.
get in touch.
And thank you again to Mark and Jill for your generosity. All of us really had a night tonight. Beautiful. Stay well, be safe, and sei gesund.
Love you guys.
Zygazon.
Zygazoo.
Love you.
Thank you all.